Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, this is Station. I'm ready for the event.
European Space Agency, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Jeg se Andreas Mogensen, siger de. De kan høre det i vores ører nemlig. Ej, det er spændende.
Ja, og de kan se Andreas Mogensen nu, så nu er der hul igennem. Nu begynder det, der hedder...
Got connection?
Ja. Har Andreas kaldt os?
Andreas?
Jeg glæder mig til, at jeg kan høre nogen. Står og lytter her.
Hej.
I'm looking forward to hearing someone.
Hej, kan I høre mig?
We are ready.
Hi, can you hear me? We are ready.
Vi kan høre
Hi,
Andreas.
Andreas. We can hear you.
Så er det jeres tur. Er I klar?
Det var godt. Jeg kan også godt høre
It's
jer.
your turn. I can hear you too.
Hej Andreas. Ved du hvad, det er
Andreas.
Søren og helt Tivoli, der snakker her, og jeg håber, at du
We
kan
have
høre,
a
at der
whole
simpelthen er fyldt
Tivoli
fuldstændig
Gardens
op med
here.
glade
There's so
mennesker
many,
med flag, der
so
bare
many happy
venter på
people here
at høre, hvad
with
du har at
flags that
sige
are
til de
waiting
glade børn, der er
to
med her
hear
i
what
dag.
you have to
Og vi
say
vil
to the
bare lige
happy
gerne lige til at
children
starte
who
med
are
at
here
høre,
today.
hvordan går det for dig og
At
Rasmus
first, we
Klump
would like
deroppe?
to hear how is it going for you and Rasmus Klump, the teddy bear up there.
Jamen, det går fantastisk. Det gør det. Det går forrygende.
Fantastic.
På søndag har
It's
jeg
so
været
great.
heroppe i 3 måneder.
On
Det er helt
Sunday,
vildt at tænke
I've
over,
been here for
at
3
jeg
months.
her i weekenden er
It's so
halvvejs
crazy to
igennem
think about. This
6
weekend,
måneder lange
I
mission.
am halfway through my 6-month mission.
Det lyder rigtig godt, Andreas. Virkelig dejligt
Sounds
at se
so
dig. Vi
good.
glæder os
It's so
rigtig
good
meget
to
til at
see you.
stille igennem til dig
We've
her
been
fra
looking
Tivoli.
so
Og
much
Andreas,
forward to
herinde i Tivoli,
talking to you
der
from
har vi
Tivoli,
snakket om,
and here
at du bevæger dig meget,
we
meget
have
hurtigt
talked about
rundt om jordkloden, og
that
vi så
you
for
are
kort tid
circling
siden,
very
der
fast
befandt
around the
dig
Earth,
over Stillehavet, og det var
and we
mørkt
saw
på
that you were
jordkloden.
over the
Er det
Pacific
egentlig stadig
Ocean.
mørkt på jordkloden, der hvor du er?
Is it still dark where you were?
Det er et godt spørgsmål. Jeg har ikke
That's a
noget
big
vindue
question.
i Columbus-laboratoriet,
I
hvor jeg
don't
befinder mig
have
lige i
any
øjeblikket, så jeg
window
kan
in
ikke
the
se
Columbus
den.
lab
Men
where I am
det
right now,
skifter
so I
cirka
can't see
hver
anything.
40-45 minutter, så går vi fra dag
But it
til nat, og
changes
så
every
tilbage
40
til
to
dag.
45
Det vil sige, at vi
minutes,
ser
and we
16
change between day and
solopgange og
night.
16
So we
solnedgange
see
på hver døgn. Så
16
det går rigtig hurtigt heroppe.
sunsets and sunrises every 24 hours.
Her
It
der er det i
goes
hvert fald
very,
nat,
very
og
fast.
derfor så kan jeg regne ud, at du må
Here
vende på hovedet. Så jeg kunne
it is
godt
still
tænke mig,
nighttime.
Andreas, kunne du ikke lige lokkes til at vende?
Andreas,
Det er bare for sjov alt det. Vi vil bare gerne have dig se,
this
at du
is just
sætter
for
dig
fun.
op i
We would
loftet.
like
Gider
to
du ikke at
see
gøre
that
det for os?
you are standing on the ceiling. Could you do that for us, please?
Det kan jeg sagtens. Nu er der jo ikke rigtig noget, der
I
hedder
can do
loft og
that.
gulv heroppe, fordi alt er det samme.
There is nothing,
Så jeg kan
really a
sagtens
ceiling or floor
sætte
here.
mig
It's all
her,
the same.
og så lave resten af
So I can
interviewet
sit here,
på den her måde.
and then I can turn myself like this.
Tak for det, Andreas. Det ser virkelig,
Thank you,
virkelig
Andreas.
yndigt ud. Tænk, at vi kan lokke dig til.
Looks
Bare lige
so
sådan
nice.
at vende dig på hovedet på den måde. Altså, mens vi
It
er i
must be
gang,
amazing to
Andreas.
just turn upside
Alle
down
her i
like
Tivoli
that.
kunne virkelig godt tænke sig at se,
Everybody here in
hvis nu, at
Tivoli
du kunne slå sådan en helt koldbøtte rundt.
would
Kan du
like
lokke dig til det,
you
Andreas?
to see if you can make a somersault up there. Can you do that?
Sagtens. Det eneste, der er lidt svært, det er, at
can.
der er så mange kabler
It's just a
her,
little difficult
i
because
vores
there's so many
laboratorium,
wires and
at
cables
man
in the lab.
hænger lidt fast.
You get a little stuck.
Lad mig lige prøve det igen.
Let me try again.
Sådan der, det var lidt bedre.
There you go. That was a little better.
Ved du hvad, vi er lige om lidt, så skal
You
vi
know,
have 5 meget spændte børn her.
just in a moment, we have to. We have 5 children here, and before they start asking, could you see if Rasmus Klump, the teddy bear, can spin around a little bit? Maybe he's better than you.
Rasmus Klump har meget let ved at slå koldbøtter.
Rasmus Klump is doing this very easily up here.
Ej, mange tak for det, Andreas. Det ser virkelig fantastisk ud.
Thank you so much.
Andreas,
It looks amazing.
børn på scenen her, som
Andreas, we have 5 children on stage. They're so looking forward to asking you questions. And the first one
det er jo Aya. Så Aya,
is Aya.
værsgo at stille spørgsmål til Andreas.
Aya,
Hvordan
please
kom
ask
hele
your question.
rumstationen ud i rummet?
How did you get on the space station out into space? How does the space station get all the way out there? That is a very good question. The space station is so big, you can't send it to the space at once. It was launched piece by piece, and it's 25 years ago this week that the first module, or the biggest piece of the space station, was sent up here. Back in 1998, on the 20th of November, this week, the space station turned 25 years old, and it's a little old. It took about 12 to 13 years to assemble the whole thing. And even if they say that it's done, it's not really done. There might be another one or two modules coming up here next year or in a couple of years. Eskil has a question about the robot arm on the side of the space station that helps you get things up on the space station. Yes. I would like to ask, how does it work and what do you use it for? The robot arm is one of our most important tools. It's 17 meters long. It can move around the outside of the space station. It can be guided from mission control on Earth or from up here, from the space station. We use it for a lot of different things, to fix things that are broken on the outside. When we go on spacewalks, an astronaut can be on the inside and control it, and then the astronaut can be moved around or flown around so that he or she can reach things that he otherwise couldn't reach. We also sometimes use it when we get unmanned supply stations up here, and then we use the robot arm to catch it and put it into the space station. I am so amazed that this can actually be done. We're talking to Andreas Mogensen in the space station, in space, and we have another question. My question is, can you extract water from a meteor and use it on Earth?
Godt spørgsmål. Nu findes der
That's a good question. There are different kinds of meteors. Some of them are made almost exclusively of metal, and they likely don't contain water, but there are other meteors, asteroids and comets that may have a lot of water, and we do think that there is water on the moon. So maybe we can, one day, if we create a base on the moon, extract water from there. Maybe you can drink it. You can also salt it and use it for breathing.
Så vil det være en rigtig vigtig ressource.
If we find water on meteors and on the moon, it will be a very important resource moving forward.
Tak, Andreas. Og så har vi et spørgsmål.
Thank you, Andreas. We have another question.
Hvad er din yndlingsret op på rumstationen?
What is your favorite food on the space station?
Undskyld, jeg hørte ikke helt spørgsmålet. Kan du gentage?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. Can you repeat, please?
Ja, nu kommer My igen her.
Hvad er din yndlingsret op på rumstationen?
What is your favorite food on the space station? My favorite food here on the space station?
Min yndlingsret, det er et godt spørgsmål.
My favorite dish. That is a very good question. The first 2 months, I thought the food was great. I did not mind eating it, but now I'm a little tired of the food up here. It's the same food we eat all the time. Not very much variation, and it's not a very exciting food. I brought some here today. We either get it in some packages. This is a package of lasagna, and I can just heat it up, this bag in our oven, open the bag, or we get a bag like this. This is a bag of asparagus. They are frozen dried, and I have to put in water and just wait 5 to 10 minutes, and then I have asparagus. It's not very exciting. I'm looking very much forward to getting back to Earth and getting good food. So what do you eat during a day? Can you answer that, please?
Altså om morgenen, så plejer jeg at spise noget
In the morning,
igen med noget
I have granola with some dried milk that I pour water into. For lunch, I might have some tortillas with chicken
Og så
or
til middag,
a beef.
det er sådan lidt forskelligt.
And for
Det er,
dinner,
hvad er mindst,
it's a
hvad der
little
mindst
different.
deprimerer mig, når jeg skal til at vælge mad.
The least depressing thing is when I have to pick my food.
Altså det eneste.
Ja,
We have another question.
Hvad siger du? Undskyld, Andreas.
What do you say? What are you saying? I'm sorry.
Jeg skulle sige det eneste, eller det eneste, jeg vil sige, det er, man kan lege sådan
The
med,
only
med
thing I
mad
want
og
to
drikkevarer
say,
heroppe, og
you
det gør
can
det sådan
play
lidt
with
mere
food
sjovere.
and drink up here. It makes it a little more fun.
Man skal bare passe lidt på, men lad mig prøve at se, om jeg kan lave en
You
boble
just
her,
have to
uden
really
det sprøjter
be
for meget.
careful. Let me see. I'll make a bubble without it spraying too much.
Prøv lige at se, om den ikke kan komme til at flyve frit.
Try to see if you can make it flow freely.
Det kan I godt lige give ham en kæmpe hånd der. Noget på det.
Oh, give him a hand.
Sådan der. Det gør
Give him
måltidet
some
lidt
applause.
sjovere, når man kan lege med maden.
It's a little bit more fun when you can play with your food.
hvordan gør de forsøg, du laver i rummet, vores egen planet?
The experiments that you're doing, how much can we use them down here?
Vi har mange forskellige forsøg.
We have a lot of
Blandt
different
andet laver jeg et,
experiments.
hvor jeg studerer kæmpe.
I'm doing one where I examine mega lightning, lightning that are shooting from the top of the clouds into space. They are they're blue and red. Mega lightnings that are being shot maybe 50, 60, 70 kilometers into space. And they affect our climate, our weather, and it makes us know more about the Earth's atmosphere and how the influence it might have on our climate. We also make a lot of other experiments with cleaning water, where we clean wastewater and make it into drinking water. We use all the water up here. Our pee is being cleaned and made into drinking water. And what I'm drinking here is something that has been cleaned before, and that is a technology we can use on the Earth. Oh, yummy. Very delicious. So what I'm drinking now, it was pee just a few days ago. And Andreas, all the 5 children have one question each, but I think we have the time for one more question from Aya. How did you find out that you wanted to be an astronaut?
Jamen, det skete, da jeg gik i 4.
That happened when I was in grade 4 or 5, and I learned about NASA for the first time, the Apollo missions to the moon. I thought it was so fascinating, and I still think that. I think some of the most amazing things that humans have done is to land on the moon and open the hatch and just step out in this unknown world and get to explore it. I always thought it was so exciting, this exploration, where we have to understand the world that we come from and who we are and what's out there. It's so amazing, and I find it so interesting to be exploring. And being an astronaut is like a modern way of exploring. Eskil has a question about something called a microchip.
Eskil, hvad er dit andet spørgsmål om microchip?
That's great, Eskil. What is the question about microchip? What is the coolest or most useful thing you've programmed with a microchip?
Jeg må desværre være ærlig og sige, jeg har endnu ikke
I have to be honest and say that I have not programmed a microchip yet, but I'm looking very much forward to finding out and seeing what you have done. I have a microbit up here, and hopefully I'll get to use it to perform some of the programs that you have made, that you have written.
Og så ved jeg, at Daniel, du har siddet og tænkt
And I
over
know
noget
Daniel
med, det er noget med nogle
has
ben.
been
Kan du huske det her?
considering.
Er det rigtigt, hvis vi ikke træner jeres ben
Is it
op i
true
rummet,
that if you
kan I så
don't work out
brække
your
jeres ben,
legs
når
in
I
space,
kommer tilbage på jorden.
Can you,
Og
will you then
han er lidt
break your
fascineret
legs
til
when you
også
come
til at
back?
spørge, om du lige vil dreje dig en tur, mens du svarer på
And
det.
he's a little bit shy and did not want to ask you if you want to spin around again while you answer.
At dreje mig sådan her rundt.
Like spin around like
Ja,
this?
altså det er jo rigtigt, at vi bruger jo ikke vores muskler eller vores knogler.
Somersault. Yes,
Koldbøtter.
we don't use our
det er jo
muscles
ret,
or
at vi bruger
bones up
ikke,
here.
muskler eller knogler, når vi er heroppe. Og det vil sige, at vi langsomt mister
That means
muskelmasse og
that
knoglemasse.
we
Det vil sige, vores
slowly lose
knogler
our
bliver
bone
lidt,
mass and muscle mass.
sværere ved at være heroppe. Så ja, hvis vi
So
ikke
our
motionerer,
bones
hvis vi ikke
get a little
træner,
weaker, and if we don't work
så
out,
har vi en større risiko for at brække
we have a greater
vores
risk
ben,
of
hvis vi for
breaking
eksempel
our
falder, når vi
our
kommer
legs,
tilbage på
our
jorden.
bones, if we fall when we get back on Earth.
Ja, vi har tid til spørgsmål mere, og det
We
bliver
have
fra
time
dig.
for another question.
Kan du mærke, at du bliver et par centimeter
Can you
højere, når du
feel
er
that
på
you get a little bit taller when you're on the space station?
Nej, jeg kan ikke selv mærke, at jeg bliver
No, I
højere.
can't feel it myself.
Det kan jeg ikke.
That I get a little taller. I can't feel that.
Men måske hvis jeg målte mig, så kunne jeg kunne måle det.
But maybe if I measured my height, I could tell.
Stine, du vil gerne vide noget med børn, og hvordan de kunne gøre verden
And you
bedre.
would like to know something about
Yeah.
kids and how they can make the world better.
Ja, bare tag den. Det er fint.
Hvad kan vi
That's
børn
it.
gøre
Take
for
this.
at gøre planeten
What
bedre?
can we children do to make the world better?
Det er et godt spørgsmål.
That is a very good question.
Jeg vil sige, det bedste I sikkert kan gøre, det er
I would say
at
the best you
læse
can do
naturvidenskab
probably
eller teknik,
to read natural
og så
sciences
blive
or
uddannet som
techniques.
forsker eller
in
ingeniør, fordi mange af
Techniques,
de
become researchers and
udfordringer, vi har i dag,
engineers,
kan løses,
because a lot of the
tror jeg,
challenges we have
hvis vi tænker os
can
rigtig
probably
godt
be
om,
solved
og hvis
if
vi
we
er smarte
think
og
about
kommer
it
på
very well, and
sådan
if we're
løsninger.
clever and
Og så tror jeg
intelligent
bare
and
generelt,
make up good
naturvidenskab og
solutions.
teknik er utrolig vigtigt,
Natural sciences and
især i fremtiden.
techniques are
Så det,
is,
jeg vil
is
råde jer til, det
it's a
at
very
læse
useful thing to
naturvidenskab
know in
eller
the
teknik,
future. So
og så
I
blive
encourage you to
forskere
do
eller
that
ingeniører, fordi det er
and
ikke
become
alene utrolig
researchers or
spændende,
engineers.
men det er
It's
også
very
den måde, vi kommer
exciting.
til at finde rigtig mange
It is
løsninger
also
på mange af de
how we
problemer,
will
vi har.
find many solutions to the problems that we
Daniel,
have.
han sidder på et sidste spørgsmål.
Daniel
Det er noget med
has a
rummet.
last final question. It's about space.
Er rummet uendeligt, og hvis det ikke er, er det
Is
så
the-
inde i
Is
noget?
space infinite? And if not, what is the space inside? What is it inside
Ved du
of?
hvad, det er et sindssygt
It's a
godt spørgsmål, og det er netop
very good
derfor,
question.
at jeg synes, det er så fascinerende.
And
Ikke
it,
alene at
that is
arbejde
why
med
I think it's so
naturvidenskab, men også at
fascinating
være
to work
astronaut,
with
fordi
natural
det er netop
sciences,
de,
but also to be an
spørgsmål,
astronaut.
som vi forsøger at finde
These are the
svarene
types
på.
of questions that
Svaret
we're
er,
trying to
det
find
gør
the
vi
answers
simpelthen
for.
ikke, eller
The
det gør vi
answer right
måske,
now is we have no idea.
forstået på den måde,
Maybe we do,
at
in
så
the
vidt jeg
sense
kan
that
forstå fra forskerne, så
as far as
bliver
I
universet
understand from the
skabt,
researchers,
mens det udvider sig.
the
Men det
universe
lyder jo
is being
virkelig
created
underligt.
as it expands, which
Yeah.
sounds very weird.
Vi mennesker har meget svært ved at forstå,
We
hvordan
humans
det kan
have
ske.
a very hard time
Men
understanding
jeg
how this
synes,
can
det er
happen.
en af grundene til, at naturvidenskab
But this
er
is
så
one of the
spændende, netop
reasons
fordi vi
that
forsøger
natural
at
sciences
forstå,
are
hvordan
so exciting.
universet
So
blev skabt,
because
hvordan
we're
det har
trying to
udfoldet sig,
understand how the
og hvad der
universe was
kommer til at ske i
created and
fremtiden,
how
altså hvordan det
it
fortsætter
and
med
what
at
will happen in
udvikle
the
sig.
future, how it keeps on developing.
Vi har et hurtigt spørgsmål til dig.
We have one very quick
Hvordan har
question.
du planlagt at holde jul op på rumstationen?
How do you plan to celebrate Christmas on the space station?
Godt spørgsmål. Vi har fået lov til at
That's a
vælge
good question.
4 fridage i
We
det halve år, vi er heroppe. Vi har valgt at få
Can
julen
pick
fri.
4
Så
days
håber
off
vi bare ikke, at der
during
kommer
this
noget
time,
vigtigt
and
arbejde,
we
der skal
picked
lave, men det ved
Christmas,
vi ikke
and
endnu.
we
Men vi
just
håber
hope
på
there's
at
some
få fri
there's nothing very exciting that we or
og så skal
important we
vi
need
bare
to do.
hygge heroppe.
We
Vi
hope
skal
to be
spise
off on
sammen,
Christmas
og
Day.
så
We have
slappe af.
to
Kigge ud af
just
vinduet
spend
sikkert.
good time together and
Tage nogle
have
billeder,
something to
kigge ud
eat,
på
look
jorden,
out the
tale med
window,
vores
take
venner og
photos,
familie, tror jeg.
look down on Earth, talk to our friends and
Ved du hvad,
family.
Andreas, vores tid
Just
er
relax.
desværre ved at være gået herinde.
Our
Så,
time
vi skal til at
is
afrunde
up,
vores opkald, men
unfortunately. We
før
have
at vi
to
siger farvel
wrap
til
this
dig,
up.
gider du
But
så ikke
before we
lige at
say
sige
goodbye,
pænt farvel til alle børnene
would you
herinde,
please
og alle
say
de børn, der er kommet herind i Tivoli,
goodbye
og dem,
to
der lytter med
all
rundt
of
i
the
resten
children
af
that
Danmark.
came in here and all the children that are listening all over Denmark?
Jo, det har været rigtig hyggeligt at tale med jer
Yes,
alle
it
sammen.
has
Jeg håber,
been
I synes, det
so
har været
great to talk to
spændende
all
og
of you.
lærerigt.
I hope that you think
Det her,
it's
det er bare
been
et af de moduler, vi har
exciting to
heroppe
hear
på
about.
rumstationen.
This
Jeg ville
is
ønske,
just
jeg kunne
one of
vise
the
jer rundt i
modules
alle
that we
vores
have up
spændende,
here. I wish that I could
moduler,
show
men det har
you
været en
all of the
fornøjelse
modules up
at
here.
tale med jer.
It has been
Og
such a
det har været
pleasure
nogle
to talk
rigtig,
to you.
rigtig gode spørgsmål, I har
And
stillet.
I think your questions have
Fortsat
been
god
great.
dag, og god weekend.
Have a
når I kommer
wonderful
der så
day
langt.
and a great weekend when you get to
Jo,
it.
tak, Andreas. Kæmpe stor fornøjelse. Og alle sammen
Thank you. It was
skal
such
vi
a
i kor
pleasure.
sige farvel, Andreas, på 3, 2,
Say
1.
goodbye. 3, 2, 1. Bye, Andreas.
Ej, okay,
Bye.
Farvel,
Jeg er
farvel.
simpelthen så super lettet lige nu, og hvor gik det bare fint.
We are
Hold nu
so
op,
relieved.
hvor
It
var
was.
det her
It
bare
went
en
so
fest.
great.
Tænk,
What a
lige at
party
kunne
we
snakke
had.
med Andreas Mogensen, så var
And
hele
we could
verden
talk
rundt. Altså,
to
var det ikke helt
Andreas
vildt? Det synes jeg, det
Mogensen
var.
in space.
Åh,
It was so great.
Vi kan måske
Thank
lige
you, Andreas. Thank you for
lynhurtigt høre, hvordan
calling.
synes du, det var?
Det var rigtig vildt.
How do you
Det
think
var
it
nemlig
was?
rigtig
It
vildt.
was
Christine, hvad
crazy.
siger du?
Jeg kan slet ikke tro, at det her det var rigtigt. Det var
I
virkelig.
can hardly believe this was true. It was so crazy. And how was it?
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes the event.
Thank you to all participants in Copenhagen. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.